Hi guys, welcome back. Tom Anderson here with Alexander Art. We're into this painting called Bee Balm. Now, I've never even heard of this flower, but it's got a label here that says be kind. So this is the flower. We picked it up, one of the plants, and we have a picture over here and the plant over here so I can see what the leaves look like. Let's get into the colors, you guys. I'm going to take my palette knife and I'm going to take some permanent red, drop it down here, and a little alizarin right into, we make a combination of this color. All right, that's it. Mixed perfectly. Just grab it. We'll start with this flower. We'll probably end up adding more color into it. But now what you want to do when you're doing this is just get this in really well. Let me explain what I did here. I put some green acrylic on here and I just went around here and I look at it. You could see I didn't paint it well. I just put it in real quick and left these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 areas. Okay. Okay, guys. So I'm getting a little more paint. Drop it down here. And let's just scrub this in. Now you really want to get this down deep. And I'm going to say something else that I did here. When I put that green on last night, I took the Magic Clear and I went over all of this and I rubbed it down really well. So it's been sitting overnight. That might be a really good advantage for you guys, in case you're not aware of that. Okay. I'm just getting all this color up here. And I'll go in with a little more dark in a second. I'll see if I can introduce some new ideas for you. Okay. Move this around, get it in, blot it in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Think about this. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Those are always good numbers to work with when you're doing florals, I think. Okay, if you get too much paint up there, just rub it down. Now I'm going to take some alizarin crimson and I'm going to play around with this. Watch. I'm going to rub this in. Rub it this way. Let's go this way. Maybe like that. Grab a little more alizarin. Drop it there. Let's go this way. And this way. I'm trying to do different shapes. See, I got this one's going down a little bit. Or I could face it upward, but maybe I'll bring this one down. I'm just going to figure, I'm not going to paint it exactly what that looks like. I'm just trying to invent an idea. All right, let's leave that. I'm going to switch brushes and I'm going to show you a little trick here. Watch this. See all that green back there? That's very dark, right? If you take a little white, and this has already been pre-wet, bear with me on this, watch this. I'm going to spread this out and lose this white on here, and I'll rub it down if it's too much. I can create dark here and light there, leaving this green underneath coming through translucently. But bear with me on this till I get to it. So I'm going to lose a lot of this white here. So we just have to work our way down. And we can put some color in too. Now you're saying, why did you make all that green up there? Do you see what you're seeing through here? Look, it's looking, look, I'm taking the color, the little bit of red, spreading it out up in here. And you can see the undertone of the green. Now I'll tell you a little secret too. When this paint dries, this green will come through a little stronger in time. This is something that people used to do. Now also, if you want to bring back a little bit of shapes, you can go back in and redo that too. I'll show you what I mean by that. I should leave some dark there. Now, I'm not trying to do that big dark background. I want you to understand I'm not. I'm really not trying to do that dark background. All right, so we got a mixture of color there. Now just keep losing the paint as I go down. See, it's getting darker. Look, the more I don't have the white on there, look at what that's turning into. A gray or kind of green gray back there. Look, I think I'll leave that dark. And if you don't like it, I'll show you another little trick. Watch this. You can soften all this. Put that red up there. Who cares? Nobody cares. You might care. All right, so let's get this going. This is a whole different way of doing it, I think. Bring it down, let it get all soft and everything. Pomatoed out. Now, if you want, if you take an art wipe, show you something that's fun. I can actually go up using that green as a tool. This is an art wipe. It's just a baby wipe. I'm going to go up here and watch this. I'm going to draw out a leaf. Why is that popping out? Because the dark's underneath. Now, I don't plan these things too well. I just came up with this idea last night. Watch this. You can even draw a stem there if you want, like I just did. Okay? I'm going to do another leaf right here, like that. And maybe out here, another one, just like a floater. Bring them in lighter. Keep my hand out of the way. This is just an idea. Now you can go in and paint more on it, but I'll just try this, see if you like it. And I'm looking at the leaf over here. They're long. Some of them are longer. Maybe do something in there. Look at that. See that? This is just wiping the paint out. Now, if you don't like that, then you can take the brush, wipe it off, and take some of that paint out. Let that sit there for a while, because you can come back and put color on it. And you're just painting right on the acrylic. Isn't that kind of neat to get started, just as a starter? Okay, guys, we're going to get some of this the stamen in here in the middle. I got white, yellow, and I'm going to bring these in like this, create like a little round shape, like so. Pick up a little yellow, drop it back in. I'll try to slow down when I get to the palette. It's very hard for me when I'm on a flow. Now we're back up here again. We'll get it in like this. Now this one's going downward, this one's going up that way. So as I look at these, I'm going to try to flatten it out a little bit right here. This one I'll do this way. I'll go in that direction. Back down the palette. More yellow. We'll back up here again. And just bring it in that way. So basically, see, I'm cutting it off right there, and I'm making this more rounded. I'll come back and enhance those later, but I'm getting them where I want them. More yellow, white. This one I'll go downward a little bit, hanging down. And this one I'll be almost straight up and down. All right, let's wipe off the brush. So they're there, but they're not enhanced yet. They're not really finished. They're just in like blobs. Okay, in the blob. All right, so let's do this thing. I'm going to grab a little permanent red. Get a little white in here. A little bit more white. And we're starting back to this. We're just going to keep pulling in. And you can overlap some of these too, if you want. Just pull down into that dark area. Not like that. What you're trying to do is destroy the outer edge of all that. You're just trying to get rid of it. I'm going to grab more alizarin, put it down here, and a little bit of that. See what happens. So you're going to turn this way, get a few of the darker ones in between, hold down like this, and out. All right, leave that. Might take a little time to get them moving here. A little bit more permanent red, more of that. Let's try these. Okay. So you see you're destroying the outer edge of that. You could turn this into a rose if you really wanted to. Okay. So these are opened up, flared out. Grab a little more white, a little more of this. back down here. And let's do some this way, that way, this way, that way, go this way. They're not always exactly perfectly going in the same direction. That's something you want to keep in mind. If you don't have the white in here, though, you won't be able to shroud them. So white down here. Another, what I mean by shroud, see the outer edge? You need the outer edge to pop out so the background gets lost. Okay. So I'll probably round this one off a little bit more because it's straight on, but I just wanted to get an idea of what I wanted it to look like. I'll do that now. I got a little white, a little yellow. So I made an executive decision to round this one off. That one I won't round off, but that looks cool, huh? That one's rounded off now. Now what I'm going to do is go back, get more white, more red. You can jump back and forth with both the white, the alizarin, and the permanent red. You can keep going back and forth. And then once in a while, do that. Hit something a little differently. Now, what we're trying to do here is get it to look like it's popping. All right, we're going to grab white, put it down here. Now, these are going to, now, if you're confused and you're looking at a picture, watch this, guys. You can turn the picture this way and make the angle that you want if you've never thought of it like that. So if the flowers aren't the way you want it, just turn the picture. So let's say I want to do that one and make it short strokes here. Look, short strokes there. Leave the yellow showing. Like so. That's a good idea, right? And then get a little bit more permanent red. Go back down here. And then like maybe do a few more. Like that. That's a good thought, right? And then you got a wild one. It goes that way. But when you get on this side, start out here, pull in like that, and get a deeper color, more alizarin this time. Let's see what this looks like. Because see, this gives you different shades of color. Just keep going back and forth. More alizarin. I'm just grabbing alizarin as I go down. See, like that, and up like that. So I just turned that one in a different way, and it looks cool, doesn't it? All right, I'm not done with it though. A little bit more alizarin down here. And let's see, I'll overlap that one later. You can even come back in like this and add more dark into the flower, like that. Now, you're probably going to want to stop somewhere, like that. Somewhere along the line, stop. See how pretty that is? Now, if you wipe your brush up, now I got an art wipe in my hand. You can go back, grab a little bit of white, go back here, and once in a while, hit the tips of these. Just a little bit here, a little bit there, look. And even here, something like that. Because not everything's just like in a perfect row or design. That's the way the light's hitting it. Invent something. You might have done something great and you didn't even know it. And blend those a little bit. See that? Just pumps them up a little. And if you really study this, like with a microscope, sometimes you get a little wiggle there and it doesn't even look right, but it is. Now, while you're wiping your brush off, you can go back with white and yellow back here and use the corner of your brush, and let's just hit more light right here on this outer side. And even little bits like this, look, because it's not a perfect thing in there. See how that looks? Much better, huh? Okay, I like that one. So if you preserve that one over there, let's wipe off the brush, grab a little bit of white and yellow. Let's see if we can enhance this side. And you're always trying to work back into the dark. Looks nice, huh? Okay. So this isn't going to get a lot of light on here, so you might hit the middle if you're trying to get light on there. Now force the light to the right this time. Okay. Let's grab a little bit more white, put it here. Since we do have the light up here, let's do it. And leave it alone. A little bit more at the top over here with white and yellow. Mostly on that side. A little bit, see, let's just tap the paint gently like that. That looks nice, huh? I feel like I want to get off of these, but because I want to go do other stuff. But here's the thing, stay with it. Try to force yourself to stay with it. Here's a red and permanent red and alizarin, and we're going to keep going. So this one's hanging down, so I'll just do this. Okay, that one's going downward. More white and that color. Brighten it up a little bit, see what happens. Let's brighten it up a little and see what's going on. Can you go the other way? Can you pull this way? Yep, look, I did it. Was it hard to do? Not too hard, look. You start there and then you could even blend down a little bit. Like that. Let's grab a little more alizarin. Now this one is hanging down, so I'll do this. Like that. It comes into the stem. The stem will be going down this way, bending. Okay. And maybe I'll do a few out like that. Try to be looser with it. I think I'm being a little too accurate. Sometimes you don't want to be that accurate. More permanent red. I love that permanent red. That's good color. This one is going to go that way. So we're going that way. So all I have to do is take my picture and turn it. Does anybody ever talked about that? I don't know if anybody's ever said that before. Just turn the picture that you're going from. White down here. And let's get these out a little longer like this. I think I'm going to use this one right there because this one's, I like that one, but I've already got a lot of red here. So I'll use this one. That'll be a better one. I already have a lot of red there, so I'll use that one. I wish I hadn't put so much red there, but what are you going to do? You did it already. Plan it out a little bit better than I do. Go like that, that way, this way. All right, upsy daisy, turn, upsy daisies. That look pretty good. I'm going to grab a little yellow with it this time, watch, on the end. I just want to get a little more color in there. And kind of short right here. So it's splitting up into different directions here. I need a little more dark over that light. Alizarin crimson over this light. See, if you don't have dark, the light doesn't show up. All right, getting them in. Well, these are wild. If you look at these down here, they're even more wild. They're Gene Wilder. Remember that actor? All right, so that one's not as good as I wanted it. That's a little better. Did a little correction there. All right, white, alizarin crimson down here. And we'll make this one go up this way. These are just long, fun strokes. Being a little too accurate though, guys. I got to tell you, when you move your hand quickly, it works better. Flatten out the paint. Bring this down a little more. Down, down like that. Have a few hanging down because you want to get rid of that red. More alizarin. And I'll just do darker ones over here because that's the darker side. And I'll put darker ones down here. Normally, when you get these at the top like this, you try to keep these smaller at the top, okay? So out here, I'm going to do a little bit of the idea that there's something in the distance. on that gray. Did you see what I did there? So look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This would be good to do another one out here. Like I'm actually looking at these further away. See that? So they actually have the idea that you're further away. Okay, so it's pretty color. Then you want to switch up your brain to and come back and enhance later. That's pretty colorful picture, right? So far. That's what they asked me to do, is get them colorful. So I want to change up. I've got yellow here. If I put this down here, I get a little bit of phthalo green and maybe a little bit of the tone I have there. I got to start connecting these. So let me pull something in like that. Crisscross, pull down here. And let's see, I'll get to the leaves in a minute. You got one going down this way. I would like to have this one going down that way. Take it out of the picture if you want. Let's put a little light on it. I said the light was coming from the right. Let's see if I just wipe off the brush, grab a little yellow. And I go down here right on the edge of the swatch. Pull down that way. Now I'm going to stop right there and I'm going to start enhancing the leaves, okay? So what I want is phthalo green and alizarin together to get a deeper tone. I'm looking at these leaves over here because I actually have a pot with leaves in them. And I'm going to go back to what I did up here as my little guide. I'm just going to start pulling in like this. Okay. Down like that. All right, a little bit of yellow on that. And I'll just go back and hit a few highlights on there. I like that little point at the end. Now, if I want to keep them gray back there, I've got to gray that down. So if I do this, that was just a way, so a little trick I wanted to show you guys. I picked up white. I'm going to drop it in here. And look, you can see I'm getting that green gray. It almost looks like what's already up there. So this is just another way to develop your leaves. You can map them out before you even start, is what I guess I'm driving at. Maybe something like that. Something looks faded. These look faded. A lot more pointy there. Yeah, if you want to do another one, you can wipe that out. All right, let's get a little darker so you can see these leaves. I'm going to grab a little alizarin and a little bit of violet this time, just to deepen the tone. Back to the phthalo green to override it all, because that gets me in a deeper green. Let's go back to the stems. You can even pull back like this a little bit and soften them. But now we want leaves on there, and they're all over the place. Let's try this. All right, we're trying it. The phthalo green. This time we're going to have blue. I love the violet. That's kind of like my little safety idea right there. So let's try this. And we'll pull in this way now, towards the center. I chose the blue because the blue is down in the shadow. We can do another one here. Let's do it like that, right over this. See what I did there? Let's add some green to that. We're gonna shove in, guys, and we're gonna pick up some of that green with it. So it's different now. And we're gonna pull in this. This is a little different. We'll just keep doing things like this. Let's grab a little bit of yellow. You know what? You just want to jump back and forth and enhance everything. So cover that little spot that I didn't do well. Okay, I'm going to do one right here. Draw a line down. And I'm going to pull in, and in, and in, and in, and in. Kind of like a little filler right there. Does that look okay? Let's grab a little bit of white. Now it looks like too vertical, doesn't it? But that's okay. You can get over it. Let's put another leaf out here. Now it's not light enough, so you can't see it. I'll get it a little darker though. Let's add some violet to that. It's always good, and I'll highlight that in a minute. I'll put the dark underneath so you can see the stroke again. There. Then I'll put it back in the green. That's pretty cool, right? Now I can always do, I got to do stuff over here. So let me pull that down. I think I'll do a darker stem there. Maybe I'll just improvise on that one. Embellish it, get another one here. These leaves, if you look at them, they're growing very close. They're like on the stem. Let's just do a half of one. Like that. And then you're right in. See that, like that. That's a half one. Now I always like to put these extra little things in like that. Something like that. You never know. Little things going out like that. Little spray of color. The light ended up on the wrong side, but that could be a reflective color. See, I'm analyzing my work. And then do some of these. Look, just have fun with these. Watch. Put a little red on there. You don't care. Put little ideas like this. Do something fun and different like that. Because you're just trying to make a floral painting look. Something like this. And press and pull in. That's all you're really trying to do. You're just trying to have fun with it. Maybe pick up a little green and make a different color. Bee Balm. That's what these are called. Bee Balm. Now, we wanted to go back here, watch. Well, you could draw a line down the middle and just drop these back in. Drop some light in there. And like that. You don't have to do all of it. This right here looks, I want to fix that. It looks a little unfinished. How about yellow? And what could I do? You know what? I could make a leaf going this way. I'm just going to let it hang out of here. Like this. This leaf is just hanging out, you guys. Differently. See that? And they're all over the place. Maybe put one out here. A different kind of leaf. Invent it. Let's see. Let me do more of that. That was good. That one there. It's got some red on it. It's cool. Good. I feel like stuff has to be in here, but I know I'm just doing that. Throw a few lines in like this. Typical. Get a little bit more white into this. Go back, look at some of these if you want to enhance them a little more. Just come back and touch them. I have to tell you a big secret. If you do this later, these things work out really well. If you come back to it much later, walk away from your painting and come back and hit it hours later. You'd be amazed at what you can develop here. What was I doing there? A little bit of white with the red in it. I'm going to do this. That looks better. Look, see what I'm doing? Forcing a little bit more design in there. So you got to step away, come back from it. And what that does is it allows me to, now if I just keep doing this, we'll see what happens. I might lose that. I don't know. I might have brightened it up a little too much. If you did, just wipe off your brush and pull it like that. And then give yourself a break. Tell yourself, do what Bill Alexander said. Tell yourself you're the best artist in the world. So these are a little bit wild here, but they are wild in here. I wiped off the brush and I'm just toning this down. You would think they would need a little more shadow underneath. A little bit of alizarin crimson in here. And let's go back and see if I can just create a display of separation. Yeah, that's okay. How about if I go back with a little bit of alizarin crimson again? And this time I'll get a little bit more shadow on this side. I went a little deeper this time. Go around here like this and just pull out pull right back into it. And remember, these aren't perfect, so don't try to hit that exactly. Watch. You can go in like this. Look, see what I'm doing there? You can do a lot of little crazy things with flowers. How about a little bit more red? And let's bring out some shadow side on some of these so this stands out better. So you go back, let the light stuff settle down, then come back in with the shadow. A little more alizarin down here. Let's see if I can get more shadowy tones back in here. Because when I did it, I was just neutralizing it. Do you see what I'm doing now? I'm just getting darkers than lights. Darks always work better a little bit later as you go back to your painting. So what if I pulled a little more dark inside here, like that, and then got a little bit in there too. See, doesn't that look a little bit more dramatic? So you just kind of wait for it. A little bit more dark. And I didn't do so much here. I probably should have got more. And pull it out. Yeah. I could even do more dark there. I think that would look cool. The Balm. What do you think? Is that starting to look pretty nice? It's okay. Feel like I want to do something right there, like I want to cover that little area. Let me put the dark in and see how it looks if I do this first. I'll get it in, and then I'll pull back. Or even out. Surround it, and then pull up. Pull up a little. That was better, huh? You just got to keep going back and looking at what you're doing. Now, finalize this. Here's I'm going to do something a little different, guys. So everybody bear with me. Remember how we put the white up there? Watch these apples. I'm wiping off the brush, and we'll put little swirls in there because those are always fun, right? They're fun to do. But as I pushed away, I could see something real quickly. Guys, I got to do this. I got away from the canvas because if you're sitting right up on it, it's a little difficult to see. So before I do this next step, the next two steps, I'm going to go ahead and get this underneath here. Watch. And some people put this in way early on, and they've already got it figured out what they're going to do. I didn't have any clue what I was going to do here today, but it's still working out because I know I can do it. See how that looks? Pretty good, huh? All right, let me just stick with this brush then, and I'm going to do something really different here. I'm going to pick up some of my slur over here, that's burnt umber with magic clear, put it down here and add some blue to it. And ready for this? Don't panic, don't lose it. You're saying to yourself, oh no, he's gone off the deep end. I think I wiped that other thing off. I'm going to wipe this off. Get a little bit more blue. I want it deeper. That's a lot of blue, but I'm not worried about it. I'll show you what happens if I do this. I think one of the things that I try to do, I like that flower there. I should have left that. I can bring it back out if I want. What I try to do is try to bring in ideas. Look what I'm doing here. My main thing as an artist is to be a good teacher. So look, see what I just did there? I could pull in to any of those shapes if I want. Pull in and deepen them, bring them in deeper if I want, like that. So if you want refinement in your picture, you can do that. See, I'm going to work up that way, up this way a little bit. I think I'll keep that leaf there, have a new leaf on life down here. Now, if I want to go deeper, I have to go more violet. Ready? I'm just trying to show a method of light, medium, and dark. And that's what I do. That's what I do. I teach. Darker, more violet. What's going on now? Watch this. See that leaf that you could barely see before? Watch this. I'll get the dark around it, carve it off. Well, then I won't lose those. Watch. I'll just redo them. Boom. Wipe off your brush. See that? You got a few minutes here. I hope you guys are enjoying this journey. So this is darker down here. And I don't even know if you knew you could do this. Put a line down the middle of that. You don't care. You know what I'm going to do? Maybe you guys should try this too. I'm going to actually go to the store and I'm going to look at more floral paintings and see what they got out there. Like when they put a bunch together with all those little tiny. Now what happened here? Well, look what happened. What happened? Now I'm going to show you another trick as long as I'm on this. Watch. I've got my art wipe in my hand. Remember when we wiped off up there? I can do this too. Look. I didn't do that really well, but you know what I'm saying? Or I could do this because all that green's under there. Look. How cool is that? That's cool, huh? Let's see if I can do it over here. Maybe I'll just go like this. And you just want to throw things around like that. Throw the paint around. And if you don't like leaving it this way, just go back in with more paint. I'm just trying to get you into all the ideas that you can do. Okay, you guys? So now you can wipe off your brush and you can go back and put those stems in if you want. You don't have to do them. I'm just trying to show you tricks here. Tricks to the trade. Okay? So white, a little bit of white down here and yellow. You go right back into this. Follow your guide. Follow what you did. Come in and lay it in like this. Look. And how beautiful is that? Look. But at least you drew it in so you knew where you wanted it. And if you didn't like it, guess what, guys? You didn't have to leave it there. You could have just gone back over with paint again. So I hope you guys are enjoying this painting. I really wanted to try to bring you something a little bit different. Lay that one in. That's a nice one. Pull down, maybe like that. Probably should have made that stem a little bit bigger. Pull that one in. Highlight that a little bit. Wait, let's get a little highlight on there. Put the tip on there, Tom, and pull it in. Get with your job, Tom. Overlap that. Go over here and do a little bit. And always pull towards the center no matter what you're doing. And I'm going to put a couple of things in here, extra little lights in here. Is this fun painting or what? Let's do this one. We want a little light up here, don't we? Now here's a big secret. I want to tell you this. Softer touch, Tom. Talk to yourself. Do you know what? This one could use a little bit more light on it. Let's see if I'm right. Let's see if I'm right. If I'm right, then I'm okay. And leave the dark on that side. But yeah, let's broaden it out more. Just probably will look better if I just re-enhanced it. I didn't have a plan on that. I just tossed it in. And maybe a little guy right there. Something different. Extra little strokes out here, there. And everything's going your way if you paint today. Everything's going your way if you paint today. And I'm getting busy now, right? I'm getting a little busy. Yeah. Let's pull this in. This floral painting is getting too busy, maybe. But a little bit more green back down here. And I'll put those little swirls in there. Everybody likes those in the end, don't you? I don't know, guys. There, that looks a little better, doesn't it? I'll go to the liner brush, trying to create that little spray there again. How's that look? Pretty good? I'm going to go to the liner brush. I try to make it look, oh, by the way, that red on the white really makes it pop. And if you wanted to go darker, you could. I'm going to grab a little bit of medium, Alexander Magic Clear, bring it in. And you know me, back into these again, right? Because they just look fun to do. They are fun to do. They don't look it. Back into that again. More out this way, some this way. And there we go. Got a pretty busy painting. But it's pretty colorful if you walk across the room. I had to push away from it. Yeah, we call this the Bee Balm. This is a very colorful painting. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll sign it in that green again. Maybe I should sign it with a little red too. All right, so I got my green, and I'm just going to sign it down here, guys. I would do it over here, but it looks like it's not as much room. So I'll get down here. Anderson. So we are getting the signature in. You're going to come up with your own signature. Everybody does. I've seen a lot of great signatures. I always do this at the end of mine, either this way or this way, either one. All right, you guys, this is called the Bee Balm. I try to get a lot of little ideas in here for you. You could always go back, and if your painting's dry, you can work it more. But I really hope you enjoyed this painting, because when I went to the store and I saw these, I was like, there's a lot of different colors there. So they're not all the same color. Get to your local nursery and see what you can find, pick them up, put them on your table, see if you can copy them. All right, you guys, thanks for being at Alexander Art. We really enjoy you guys. So see you next time. Bye-bye.